Coverage you can count on. Way 31 News starts now. This is breaking news.
Panic in Southern California after another deadly school shooting. Here is a look at the scene from Saugus High School, where police say a student opened fire on his classmates before shooting himself. He is at the hospital, we're told, in grave condition. The sheriff's office is investigating every student at the school as investigators work to piece together a motive. Thanks for joining us. I'm Dan Schaefer.
And I'm Naja Sherman. Here's what we know about the shooting right now. The Los Angeles County Sheriff's Office says 2 students died in the shooting. One was a 14-year-old boy, the other a 16-year-old girl. Their names haven't been released. The hospital has a news conference scheduled for 2 hours from now. 3 other students were also shot. Authorities said the student suspect used a .45 caliber handgun. He used his last bullet to shoot himself and is now in grave condition. Today was his 16th birthday. Right now, investigators have not determined a motive.
Today was another reminder that nightmares like this can happen anywhere, anytime.
One student said it was surreal to experience the shooting at her own school.
Every day you see another news report of like unfamiliar high school, kids shot, school shooting, and it's kind of a mix of it'll never happen to me and when will it happen to me. And we have drills all the time of like threats, and we lock down, and this lockdown was real.
Anytime there is a school shooting, administrators right here in North Alabama examine their own safety measures.
Way 31 Sierra Phillips is live in Marshall County to show us some new ways students are being protected this year. Sierra?
I want you to take a look at some of the safety measures in place right now here at the Marshall County Technical School. This is one of them. There's a warning like this on just about every door on campus. It reminds people to head to the front office if they're a visitor here on campus. It also gives a warning, no firearms allowed. This warning is about to get a lot more muscle to it when the district starts hiring school resource officers permanently.
It's our worst nightmare. I mean, it is absolutely.
That's what Dr. Cindy Wigley told me was one of her first thoughts when she learned about Thursday morning's deadly school shooting in California. The Marshall County superintendent shared the same feeling with parents who tell me it makes them think about their own children.
Is she safe? Is the steps that we're taking as a school and as a county system good enough?
This year, the Marshall County District has taken steps to make schools safer. County commissioners approved a new car tag fee to fund resource officers in every school. Right now, 3 part-time officers rotate throughout the district.
I think that's going to help. I think that steps in the right direction.
The district also ordered about 20 new buses with HD cameras. The former buses only had 1 camera at the front. This year, they've increased free mental health services. Counselors now head to schools multiple times a week to talk with students. And the district has added new software to flag when students are researching dangerous keywords on school computers.
Safety is our #1 thing, and every single day that's our focus, is making sure our children are safe.
The district is looking to hire 14 more resource officers. They'll start that process in January when the car tag fee takes effect. Reporting live in Marshall County, Sierra Phillips, Way 31 News.
At least one other district in North Alabama is making major safety upgrades. DeKalb County schools are adding security cameras that can connect directly to the sheriff's office. Every employee will have individualized key cards, and blast-proof, bulletproof glass is being installed. Those upgrades will be in effect for the next semester starting in January. Huntsville City Schools also taking an active role in campus safety. A spokesman told Way 31 school safety expert Michael Dorn hosted a workshop with principals last year. He's written dozens of books on the topic. The district says they have more resources than others because of layers of security, including personnel and technology like high-resolution cameras. The spokesman also said schools have mandatory monthly drills. Firearms, of course, are prohibited at all Huntsville City schools. School policy says penalties for students who break the rules are determined on a case-by-case basis. In addition to criminal charges, students can be expelled for a year. If that happens, some can attend alternative schools or education programs. Other people who bring firearms to school may be denied re-entry to school property.
There is also a renewed focus on school safety in Limestone County after deputies arrested a woman for pulling a gun out in the school parking lot. The Limestone County Sheriff's Office says this woman, Lucretia Cosby, pointed a gun at a parent's head and threatened to kill them. Way 31 will provide you team coverage of school safety coming up on Way 31 News at 5 o'clock. We take a closer look at what Limestone County schools are doing to improve security after this incident. We also examine mental health services for students here in North Alabama. Way 31 is staying on top of this story and will give you the latest updates as we learn them. To find the most recent information on the Santa Clarita school shooting, go to our website. It is waytv.com, and you can also find our past stories on school safety and security and what local schools are doing to keep your children safe.
5 minutes after 4. Skies are gray across North Alabama, but the region stayed mostly dry today. This is a look from our Way 31 Weather Camera Network over Huntsville. Chief Meteorologist Kate McKenna is at the Storm Tracker Weather Center now with a look at whether we should keep the umbrellas handy tonight.
I think that most of us will be fine without the umbrellas because what's showing up on Storm Tracker radar right now, just a couple of stray showers here in extreme southern Marshall and DeKalb counties, and that's about it. You'll have to travel into the central part of the state to really run into any rain that's falling across the area. And later tonight, that moves out, the cloud cover moves out, and the temperatures, they'll just continue to drop. Where we stand right now, we're in the upper 40s for most locations, lower 50s. The coldest spot here is Fort Payne. We are at 45 degrees, and I've still got my thermometer shivering on the side just because we're still running about 15 degrees below average, and I don't know about you, but I still needed the heavy coat heading into work today. So your rain chances through tonight, it's a 10% chance for a stray shower, 8, 9, 10 o'clock. Temperatures, they'll be in the upper 30s by 10. We'll be in the mid-30s by early tomorrow morning. I'm tracking the likelihood or lack thereof of frost developing by tomorrow and what's in store for the rest of your weekend coming up.
Thanks, Kate. To say weather where at a moment's notice, download the Way 31 Storm Tracker weather app. You can check the latest forecast, see how weather conditions may change throughout the week. You can download it for free from iTunes and the Android App Store.
New information on the murder case involving a Huntsville police officer. Prosecutors and defense will have until tomorrow to respond to the city's motion to quash. A Madison County judge approved the deadline for 5 p.m. on Friday. The city filed the motion last Friday asking a judge to block a subpoena seeking police records. It says turning over Officer William Darby's answers to internal affairs would violate his Fifth Amendment rights and could impact future internal affairs investigations. New details on a violent home invasion in Morgan County. The victim had reconstructive facial surgery overnight. Doctors had to put plates in his cheek, head, and nose. The attack happened at a home on Apple Grove Road in the Union Hill community. So far, no arrests have been made in this case. New information, a new state grant will provide millions of dollars in improvements to outdoor recreation facilities all across the state, including right here in North Alabama. $2.6 million is being awarded to enhance 12 recreation facilities. They include safety improvements for Ditto Landing in Huntsville, an outdoor learning center for Anderson Town Park in Lauderdale County, and new tennis courts for the town park in Rogersville. More than $350,000 will go to the North Alabama projects.
Happening now, the Limestone County Sheriff's Office said the clock is ticking for the owner of the nearly 24 goats found wandering in the roads in Limestone County to come forward. The goats were found running along New Cut Road near Blackburn Road on Friday. Way 31 Sydney Martin found out what's next if the goat's owner doesn't show up in the next 24 hours.
These are just some of the 22 goats Limestone County Animal Control found last Friday. They're still looking for the owner, and if they don't come forward soon, they could go to a new home.
It's hard to imagine that, somebody wouldn't miss this many goats.
Limestone County Sheriff spokesman Stephen Young told me time is running out for the owner of these 22 goats to claim them.
Pulled up in the parking lot just as they were getting out down there, and they had a big traffic jam right down the road here.
Roger Weldon told me he was at the gas station close to where someone found the goats last Friday. The chaos backed up traffic, and Weldon is surprised their owner hasn't come forward.
Well, goats are expensive, and especially there are certain types of goats that are real expensive.
The sheriff's office is caring for them at their rodeo site in Athens in the meantime and purchased goat feed, hay, and is filling up water for them daily. Young told me some of the goats had to be separated because they weren't getting along.
Most of them are pretty friendly, and the rest of them just stand back and watch.
Weldon said if the owner doesn't want them, he'd be happy to take all 22 home.
He either steps up quick or I've got a farm, I can go get them.
In Limestone County, Sydney Martin, Way 31 News.
If you know who the goats belong to, or if you are the owner, contact the Limestone County Sheriff's Office. They'll be gone after tomorrow. Both public and closed-door hearings on the House Committee's impeachment inquiry pick up tomorrow. See how Democrats and Republicans are getting ready for round 2.
And 50 years ago today, humankind took another giant leap towards exploration. We'll tell you about a local event celebrating the launch of Apollo 12.
It's been looking like rain for most of your Thursday, but only a few of us have actually seen the raindrops. I'm tracking that for you in addition to what's in store for your weekend coming up.
Coverage you can count on. You're watching Way 31 News with Dan Shaver, Najah Sherman, Chief Meteorologist Kate McKenna, and Lyndon Blake with sports.